Hey, I'm Nick.
Hey, I'm Vinny.
You're listening to the Power Gun Podcast.
Let's talk some shit.
Hi, motherfuckers. Let's do this.
Hi, boys and girls.
We're going to Pete Diddley with your ear holes.
Did you say you're going to Pete Idiom?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Pete Diddley.
Pete Diddley.
Pete Diddley, I'm in your ear holes.
Pete Diddley all up in you.
Yeah.
Oh.
All purposes cleaner. We're going to lose Lysol for lube.
You heard anything else about that?
It just seems like it's crazier and crazier shit keeps coming out. I mean, there's a little bit more about 50's going fucking ham on this shit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they've had bad history for quite some time. But I did watch a video about one of the sex workers. It was some dude that's in jail for like trying to shoot at a bunch of cops.
Wow.
He was on a binge or something. He was some exotic dancer or something. I can't remember his name. It was Joe something.
It wasn't me.
No, it definitely wasn't me either. But he, I think, was on a bender or something and decided that he wanted to put out an American flag and start shooting at a bunch of cops and shit.
Where was that at?
I don't remember, but that made national news.
That's
And then
fucking
to find out that, yeah, he was some kind of exotic dancer or something. There's videos of him, like, dude was a stud. I mean, he was like ripped. He was a ripped dude, but he, yeah, there's like videos of him like getting blown while he's like
What the fuck
dancing.
is wrong with people, man?
Yeah, I think he was just on a like no sleep bender of doing, you know, a bunch of coke and doing porn for days straight, and then decided, screw Biden, I'm gonna go shoot up and just rant and rave about shit. And then after it was all done, he apologized to the cops that he shot at him. It's like, what do you think was gonna happen? You're lucky he didn't die.
Here's my thing. There's a step-by-step way on how to handle that stuff. If you're that upset that you need to kill somebody, I say start with yourself, and then if you don't feel resolved, then you could kill other people.
Start with yourself, like what? Like kill yourself? Yeah.
first.
Then you couldn't kill anyone else. So
Exactly.
there's a loophole there.
Solid logic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get it. Like, sometimes people change lanes without using their turn signal, and I want to
Yeah.
fucking pull them out of their car, man.
Oh, and just destroy them in
Yes.
front of their kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then spit on them.
Yeah. I want to beat the fuck out of you in front of little Peyton and Talon or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck their names are.
Yeah. And say, fuck your participation trophy, little
Yes.
fucker.
Yes.
Oh man, I have so many like daydreams about that. But
Yeah. If you're a little kid today, I'm sorry. Don't take this the wrong way, but you probably suck.
I highly doubt any little kids are listening to our podcast. But hey, if you're in the car and your parents are listening to this, go parents, but your kid.
Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
But raise your kid different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Take it from us, two out of shape guys in a basement.
Yeah. Mom, meatloaf.
Yeah, the meatloaf, Mom.
No, I am a parent, and I by no means did things perfect, you know.
Mm.
But it's just it's you're right though, man. It's the participation trophies. It's that's what's wrong with things.
I know what it is. It's a fucking mumble rap bullshit everybody's listening to these
It
days.
is, dude.
I'll blame it all on the mumble rap.
Oh.
Fuck it.
Or that I'm an island boy.
Oh man, I swear those two dudes, they're not. I mean, obviously they're not brothers, but
There's this.
they see each other's dicks up close and personal.
They were
with each
on
other.
a podcast, and the guy that was hosting, I can't remember who it was, but he asked him. He's like, and he was swole, dude. He's a big dude,
Mhm.
and he's like, so he wanted to talk about them kissing, and the guy's like, he's like, you disrespected me now, right? And like this little scrawny dude gets all pissed, and he's like, I'm gonna blah blah blah, and the dude stands up. He's like, you're gonna what? He didn't want no part of it after that dude stood up, man.
I don't think they want a part of really anybody that's coming at them sideways.
No.
I mean, they act tough, but man, those dudes are bottoms all day long.
I really think that you or I could pick one of them up and beat the other one to death with them.
I would Hulk smash the motherfucker into the other one. It would be just like that fucking movie, dude.
I'd take one of them and put one half of their body in each of my arms and just separate the two.
All right.
Just rip them.
Just
in
like
half.
what Hulk, Incredible Hulk did to Wolverine and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Ultimates. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm designing a pretty badass piece that I think you would enjoy.
Yeah.
So Lexi's boyfriend, baby daddy, I'm doing a pretty rad piece for his leg. We're doing Wolverine, Ghost Rider, I think Daredevil, and I want to say possibly Captain America, or it's Doctor Strange, maybe. I don't know. There's quite a few Marvel characters, but I'm not copying and pasting like most people are doing nowadays with, their iPads and shit. I'm actually no reference. I'm just fucking drawing it out.
Do you think Lexi listens to us?
I don't know. I think she might have.
If she does, I'd like her to know that she's like a precious little gem.
Yes.
She's adorable.
She's a precious
We
little
love Lexi.
gemstone. Yeah.
And Lexi, if you're listening, my wife said, "Hi to Destiny."
Yeah.
I
She's
probably said that wrong.
yeah. She's a pretty cool chick.
Yeah.
Angela's very nice too.
Angela is she is aces. I fucking love Angela.
Yeah. Angela's pretty cool.
We got to get her over here in the.
We should.
Hey, I'm gonna ask her and be like, "So, you want to come over to my basement?"
Yeah. You want to see my drum set? Beat on my drums?
She'd probably be like, "Okay."
I don't know. Is Nick gonna be there? Because it sounds a little weird.
She ain't scared.
Yeah. No, she's not. She ain't afraid of shit.
No. Well,
Yeah.
she would beat the shit out of most dudes I know, probably.
Yeah.
She's great though.
We were talking earlier about what we were talking about beating on the drums, but it was in regards to something else about I'm gonna beat these drums like my dick.
Dick.
My dick, right the fuck off. I'm gonna break it in half like a drumstick.
Oh man, I can't remember. We
Well,
say so much dumb stuff.
Yeah, we do. I right in the middle of it, I'm like, dude, just turn this thing on. We should be talking about this shit as we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But we're talking about the movie Wanderlust with Paul Rudd. If you guys haven't seen that movie, it's probably one of Paul Rudd's best movies. Besides, I like some of his older movies.
I
and
love
stuff
Role
too.
Models, dude.
Role Models is cool. I think Our Idiot Brother was a great fucking movie. I love that fucking
What
movie.
about Ghostbusters?
And that, I was going to segue into that. So, the last Ghostbusters, I fucking loved it. It
Yeah.
was the perfect follow up to.
This one was just like a few Thursdays ago came out.
So I did go see that one. I'm talking
Okay.
about the one from a couple years ago.
Afterlife.
Yeah, Afterlife.
Yes.
So that was the perfect follow up to the second movie. Anything that's done since the second movie to that one with Paul Rudd in it is non-existent in my eyes.
You didn't
And
like the one with the women?
I never saw it and didn't care to.
I'll tell you what, man. I finally, because all this Ghostbuster hype has been happening around me, I'm like, okay, I want to eat up some of this content. And I saw that was streaming, so I watched it. And the one with, was it Melissa McCarthy?
Yeah. And it's nothing against the girls
I'm
and
telling
stuff,
you,
but
though, there's some jokes in that movie that fucking land right.
I'm
it
sure.
is really funny.
I'm sure. I mean, those chicks, if it's not the writers that aren't writing it, those chicks, most of that cast, actually, I would say all of the
Saturday Night Live
any of those chicks probably could kill it by writing one liner, especially Melissa, like in the right sense of what was
Yeah.
going on. Because I mean, her comedic brain when it comes to some of those roles is just fucking
She
gold.
was so good at Bridesmaids.
Yeah, man, like that was her movie through and through.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it's pretty powerful when not even a leading character, but somebody that's doesn't have the lead role, but is just a sidekick, can basically make the movie elevated, make it better.
It happens in shows too, like
Yep.
Sons of Anarchy. The guy that played Otto, he was just a kind of a, I don't even want to say supporting character. He just showed up once in a while, but he's in prison through the whole thing. He's the creator. He's the
The guy that eventually becomes blind at the end. Yeah,
and then don't bitch about spoiler alerts. This show is like 20 years old.
yeah. If you haven't seen all that shit, then
Also, the one I think I told you about this one on Max. HBO created it back in, I want to say 2018 or 2019, and it's called The Outsider, and it's based off of a Stephen King story. And Jason Bateman was in it a little, but he's one of the creators. He directed the first episode too.
Okay, huh?
But that's a phenomenal show. Like,
To watch.
Really
I don't know
need
if
to
I've seen
watch
that.
dude.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
Did you watch Ready Player One?
Yes, I
Remember
liked it. I liked it.
So
yeah,
did I. Remember the bad guy in it that played Nolan Zorrento?
Yeah.
He's the main character in.
Okay. Yeah. He's a good actor.
Yeah, he's really good. At
Yeah. So we go through. I've noticed. I don't know if it's just the algorithm on Netflix and certain things that we're watching, but it went from a period of time where we were watching a lot of Yellowstone stuff. So we went through a binge and watched all of the prequels, the sequels, the nows, all that stuff, and then we went on to Tulsa King, and then Mayor of Kingstown. Which
I've not seen that yet.
dude, do yourself a favor and watch that shit.
Is what's that guy's name? Something Chandler.
The guy that was Hawkeye.
I don't know. He was no.
That's the guy that was Hawkeye. It's the mayor of Kingstown.
Right, but there was another character in it that was he played the dad / coach in the Friday Night Lights series. Kyle Chandler, I think his name was.
Okay.
I was wondering how much he's in it. He's a really good actor.
I think let me look this up real fast while we're talking about this, but I think that might be his brother, and I don't know if he's in it very long.
The main guy in it has like messed up fingernails or something. And wasn't he in was it a snowmobile accident or something a while back?
Michael Chandler is a UFC guy.
Kyle Chandler.
Kyle. Okay, let me look that up.
I think it's Kyle Chandler. I could be stupid. Well, I am.
Yeah, so Kyle Chandler is in it. He is in it. I think 3. I'd say this is gonna like kind of give it some of it away and everything. But
is he good
he's
in it?
yeah, he's good in it. He's not in it very long.
Okay.
But the guy that basically plays his younger brother,
The main guy,
and stuff.
the guy with the messed up fingers. He had some kind of disease or something with cancer.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Hawkeye guy. I didn't know he had the issue with his hands or something.
Yeah, look up Jeremy Renner's fingers.
Oh yeah. But I think they're.
No offense, I'd still high five him.
Yeah. I let him beat my drums. No homo. Anyways, he there right now. So since he got better from his like accident for being run over by his own.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Well,
it was like one of those
a big
snowcats.
skid loader thing. Yeah. Like,
It's a track thing, like a snowcat.
Yeah. Which almost took his ass out. I guess like he was really close to dying.
Yeah, he was hanging on to life.
Yeah.
Man.
It was because of that he got better and is, made a full recovery. But there were a ton of like the writer strikes and everything kind of delayed everything. But they're filming season 3 right now of that, so you've got enough time to like get through the first 2 seasons. Dude, once you start, you won't want to stop watching.
George Bass Reeves, yeah.
What is it?
Bass Reeves, isn't it?
Nope.
Lawman. It's another Taylor Sheridan show about the.
No, I don't think I caught that one.
That one's good. 1883 is good.
Watch that.
1923 is good.
Watch that.
Of course, Yellowstone is good.
Yeah, which
Tulsa King
is seems like it's taken him forever to finish up this last season of Yellowstone.
Yeah, it's that strike. And plus, there were some arguments between Taylor Sheridan and Kevin Costner.
Yeah, because I think Kevin
scheduling and stuff.
Yeah, and I think Kevin wants to be done with it. Which Kevin's in his own world when it comes to film, and he's directed some stuff too, hasn't he?
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
Costner. So he's in his own world when it comes to shit like that, because he's been the man since fucking Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. He was in Waterworld. He was in
which I kind of like Waterworld. I know it gets a lot of hate, and it was like the most like
never seen.
It's not horrible. I didn't read the books, so I don't know if the books made it seem so much better. But
Yeah.
I think what they have, and I'm just such a huge fan of God. What the fuck's his name? God, he was in a lot of stuff. He was such a weird actor when he'd show up in movies and stuff and kill it with what he was doing. Dennis Hopper.
Oh yeah.
He was such a random actor that did certain things, and it would just be like it's like him.
He was in Speed.
Yeah. I didn't really care for that role and stuff, but
I like the movie.
He wasn't quite. I mean, besides Easy Rider, there was some stuff that he did that was just amazing as far as movies and stuff. My favorite besides Easy Rider, and Apocalypse Now. He was in True Romance. He was in so much stuff, but I think my favorite movie that he ever did, it's got to be a toss up between Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
That was fucking weird.
River's Edge is pretty fucking amazing. But Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
Did when he was like, it seemed like he was huffing just air and stuff, and he probably was taking air because he was so freaked out. But that whole scene where he was just like talking about Heineken, fuck you, PBR, motherfucker, dude. Like he'd have so many just random moments of freakouts. It was just gold. besides like Nicolas Cage and having some of his moments in some of his movies and stuff. Because I mean,
did he freak out? Nicolas Cage freak out on set or something?
It's not so much freakouts. It's just the way he does certain things in movies. Have you seen Mandy? Oh man, I have to let you borrow that movie too. Mandy is, dude, it's I think it's one of his best movies he's ever done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done a lot of bangers. I mean, Nicolas Cage is high up there with the acting and stuff. I love Con Air. So happy that he had to come back with his career. I mean, because he fell off for a bit and had all those legal issues. But
yeah, but now he's doing everything.
But I think there's a time, he's got basically a mental time frame, and I think he's kind of put it out there to the public that once he gets to a certain like time frame and stuff, like he's gonna be done again. Like he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Did you hear about Bob Hoskins like freaking out because of he's the guy from Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
He was the
main guy. He played.
The detective guy, right?
Yeah, Eddie Valiant.
Okay.
And he apparently he went nuts like for a short time because he had spent so much time talking to somebody that wasn't there on the set. You know, like the main character in that with him was the rabbit who wasn't really there.
Yeah.
So apparently that did some stuff to his mental.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. No, I never heard about that. That's interesting. Yeah. There were certain things about Who Framed Roger Rabbit that was pretty awesome. I always loved the cartoon at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The
Did
baby
you like
and
Cool
stuff.
World?
At the time, I kind of
It's my favorite movie.
I kind of like it. I just thought it was a bit strange that went from real life to the cartoon and stuff. But there's certain characters that were evil, bad characters in the cartoon, and it's just kind of like, man, imagine if that was in real life.
Yeah.
But I thought Brad Pitt's acting was a bit campy in that.
I thought it was supposed to be though, because
yeah.
it's like it's like like the whole Elliot Ness kind of over the top.
Yeah, he seemed out of place a little bit.
Yeah,
he seemed like he was like, okay, well, I'm going to do this, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I know he was a bit younger too.
It's one of my favorite movies. Like I put that cartoon above even like Heavy Metal, and I loved Heavy Metal. Oh
man, yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved Heavy Metal, but that would just the whole time I kept thinking, is like, man, if they could have done better music.
I want to see Heavy Metal 2000 again because I saw it one time.
I just remember not liking it. I just remember I didn't like it.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all. Like,
yeah, I think when it came out and stuff, it was just not. It didn't have the same nostalgia like I liked from the first one.
Movie cartoons are awesome though, like especially the ones that are geared more towards grown-ups, like I loved Heavy Metal. I think Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Cool World are both kind of I guess Who Framed Roger Rabbit was kind of a kid's movie too.
It had so many adult undertones and adult humor to it that I think it was probably born to kids. I mean, when that came out, I mean, I was becoming a teenager when that fucking movie came out.
I loved it,
and I liked it, but there was definitely some adult humor in that.
The first Space Jam was cool too.
I wasn't really into any of those.
Yeah,
I never had any desire to even watch the newest one with LeBron in it and whatever.
Yeah. I'm not a basketball guy.
I'm not either.
I mean, I hope my team at work wins for the March Madness because we get free breakfast. Other than that, I don't care.
Comes to free food, I don't give a fuck.
Squeaky shoes, crybabies, and foul shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what basketball is. Basketball.
Just worked on a guy today that played for the Redskins.
I work with a dude that played for the Lakers.
Yeah. We're still talking. Is he?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get him on the show. I haven't spoke to him at work for a while, but
I gotcha.
You mean the Commanders?
Yeah, they've changed their name now, but
there's people that won't call them the Commanders.
Yeah,
like, that's their name now. So
yeah, but this is like in the '90s. He didn't make it past. Like when I asked him about like how long he played and stuff, he was just kind of like, "Oh man, I basically let go while he was training. Basically, this is early '90s and stuff. So, but just the way he talked about practices and stuff, man, like those guys beat the shit out of each other worse than when it comes to game time.
Yeah.
It's just when you see them at game time, it's just they've drilled so much that they got their shit together. It's just to play against other people, but people think like, you know, they do come together as a team and stuff, but man, they're in practices when they're trying to like basically get that position and fight for that position. They're basically almost fist fighting each other to get those positions.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
When I was young, like a kid, young, like 10, 11, 12, I breathed football, man.
Mhm.
I loved it up into high school. And then, I don't know, about the time that we took on the other teams, you know, it wasn't just the 14 AFC and 14 NFC.
Mhm.
It's not that bothered me or anything, but that's just about the time that I just kind of wasn't as interested in it anymore. So I
Yeah.
really haven't kept up on it. Like the Niners went to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
That was my favorite team as a kid. But anymore, I really don't care who wins.
Yeah. But he was out of Miami. And had a little interesting story about The Rock. But
Mhm.
he's just like, everybody knows him as The Rock, but I knew him as Dwayne and stuff, and had a little bit of insight and was just like, oh, you guys, you know, like, I guess just a fanboy out for a second, you know, wow, how was he, you know, like, we're, you know, playing with him. He just said he was a really quiet dude, but he wasn't anything like he was when he was younger, you know, the way he is now. He said that he was just a big, hulky, you know, 6'5", 330-pound dude that was super quiet.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to hear that a different side of him instead of the whole like Rock, you know, I'm that guy and I'm gonna, you know,
That kind of sounded like him when you said that.
oh shit, fuck, I wish
Yeah.
not that I wish I was The Rock, but you know, it'd be cool to have that persona and walk around like, hey, I'm everybody's friend. How's it going? The fuck away from me, you fatty.
Be an impressionist.
Yeah, I mean to come like with this wrestling stuff, which I think he's dipping his toes back in.
Really?
I've been seeing a lot of buzz about him coming back to some WrestleMania stuff. I don't know if it's just he's trying to help with rating shit, or I don't know. Maybe he just misses that much. I mean, the dude is still in amazing shape for his age. I mean, he's over 50.
I like
So-
wrestling a long time, and nothing happened to make me dislike it, except for there's so much content now that if I got back into really enjoying it, I wouldn't have time to do anything else.
Yeah, I got out of it quite some time ago, and
Plus, my wife would make fun of me, and her brother probably would too.
yeah, well, that's just when you pick him up and throw him downstairs.
Kind of judgy.
Just be like, I'm gonna beat you like I beat my drums downstairs.
Both of them.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Let's beat our wives to lay down Sally. We're joking. We don't really beat our wives.
No,
So,
but it sounds funny to talk about it.
yeah,
Yeah, don't beat your wives. That's not cool.
especially not to lay down Sally. Make him listen to Eric Clapton as punishment enough.
Right.
That's what I could start doing.
Oh, or what we could do is for like ear torture is play the new Beyonce fucking version of Jolene.
What?
I guess she covered it.
Oh, good.
I have not heard it. I don't
There's
want to.
a country song she did, like "This Ain't Texas," and it's all over like TikTok and Instagram and shit. It's awful.
Whatever is making her fucking billions of dollars with her husband, more power to her,
Cool,
man.
yeah, but
I can't.
That song sucks.
There's a lot of things that suck, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of stuff.
yeah.
I guess I'm just a hater. No, I just have specific tastes. I like what I like.
I
Suck
was
it.
talking to a buddy at work, and he's like, "You're kind of a music snob," and I'm like, "No, I don't think so." And he's like, "Yeah, you are." And like, he was annoyed by it. And then I was like, "Look, here's the thing. I play music and more than one instrument. I've studied a lot of music. So when somebody isn't doing something original or different or good, I hear it, and I don't want to hear it. Trust me. I wish I could get all amped up when I hear Thunderstruck by AC/DC, but it's bullshit."
Yeah.
And
It's
he's
all,
like,
it's all them singing about their cocks.
yeah. Well, he goes, "I will give you this." He goes, "You don't just hate shit to hate shit. You always have a sound explanation for why you don't like something." And that was okay with me.
I seen a drum roll that Lars did recently. I'm sorry, Lars, man, cut your hair. Dude, it's not happening in the front or the fucking back.
Oh,
man.
really?
It's bad.
Is he just got like a middle patch that's growing long?
It's just that under neck, like on the back of the
Oh,
neck
just
that's
shave it
growing
bald,
up,
bro.
and on the side. So he's got a massive bald spot in the back, and he has that fucking 10-gallon head, the forehead of his that's going right now. So it's like, it's not working in the front or the back.
Confession, I want to cut my hair. I do.
I know you've talked about it.
Do you know why I don't?
Why?
Because the wife kind of likes the hair and the beard. Okay, not that she'd get upset if I cut it, but here's the thing: I have long hair and I just shave around the sides and the back.
Yeah,
my wife can do that for me.
mm-hmm.
I haven't been to a barber in like a decade, so if I get my hair cut, then I have to keep that shit up, and that's just a part of my life I don't want back. But I will say this: the time that I save not going to the barber, I waste in the shower every morning trying to rinse the soap out of this shit.
It's not that. It's you using all the conditioner and just jacking off all over the place.
Yeah, well, I'm going to spend that time regardless. But the actual rinsing the soap and you know what? I could just let the water run and rinse me while I'm jacking off.
True. You can do two things at once.
My wiener and my soap. I'll wash it as fast as I want.
Right. Yeah. Well, another reason why she probably doesn't want you to cut her hair, it just seems like she likes the long hair in her face when you're doing naked push-ups all over.
Yeah. Oh, man. She's going to punch me in the face for you saying that. Thanks.
Yeah. She's probably going to punch me in the face. Like, don't talk about naked push-ups with me.
Oh, wow.
Just
no,
kidding.
she's...
JK.
She's a prude.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But back to what I was talking about, the algorithms and stuff we've been watching, because we just kind of went out of a, ooh, look at the squirrel moment. But we went from Yellowstone and all that stuff, and then we went through a big phase of watching a lot of paranormal shit. So like Zach Baggins and all that stuff. We even took a trip to Vegas to go see his.
That's pretty cool.
His haunted museum.
I would go to that. Even though he's a dude.
I would highly recommend going to that place. We have one here in the old market, or it's not the old market, just downtown, the Museum of Shadows. If you want basically like a small condensed version of like basically a wall in Zach Baggins' shop, go down there and check it out. If you want something like that's an entire massive weird warehouse that's multiple floors and stories and just crazy, super expensive, rare shit, go to Vegas and then do yourself a favor and
would you go there
buy.
again?
I would. Kirsten wouldn't. She's like, once is enough.
Natalie wouldn't either. But
I
if we
would.
went to Vegas, you and I could go there.
I would totally go there again.
Also,
I want to see what else he's buying.
Would
honestly.
you go to the Chris Angel shop in the Luxor?
I would.
I would too.
So,
I love that sleight of hand shit. Like,
so he was just on a podcast recently. I think
Chris
with
Angel?
Steve-O. I think it was Steve-O. Or
Natalie hates him. But.
Listen to that podcast and stuff made me like respect the dude a little more. I mean, I always thought he was talented for what he did. I mean, I can't not say that he wasn't a talented dude and stuff, but yeah, that podcast made me kind of go like, all right, man, Chris Angel's he's a cool guy. Yeah, I'll let you know which one it was on, if it was on Steve-O's or if it was on Rogan's. But he just had a residency in Vegas for so long. That's why he just kind of came out of the public eye doing all those TV shows and shit.
Yeah.
So
Mind free.
yeah, but so it went from all the paranormal shows we were watching and everything, and wife actually got into watching scary movies, and she hates scary movies, so we got into watching all that kind of stuff, and then we took a break from that. Now it's been on this like crazy alien conspiracy shit and just alien stuff, and we're watching Resident Alien right now on Netflix.
I thought it was a comedy.
It is a comedy, but it has a lot to do with alien shit. So
I've
like
seen the previews for it, and I want to check it out.
it's awesome.
Is it?
So the guy, the pirate that was in Dodgeball, he's the main actor. He's the alien.
Oh,
and
the guy from Firefly.
And yeah, Firefly. I was going to bring that up. It's hilarious, dude. He does such a good job. The first season is like really funny. His acting with the alien's really good. I'm in the second season right now, and I don't know if there's more seasons or if it's just a done show. It's on Sci-Fi. They're just like Fox. They like to cancel everything right away when it's getting good. The second season's a bit different. There's some stuff that happened to him, spoiler alert, but his acting's a bit different. It's straight. I don't know if they told him that they wanted more alien dickhead or something, but he's a little less likable in the second season. He still does a great job acting and stuff, and it's like, it's a really good show, but there was a little bit more likable quality to him in the first season.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I don't know what changed, but we're getting pretty far in the second season. It's really good.
Yeah, I'll check that out for sure. I keep telling myself every night, like, I'm gonna watch the new Roadhouse movie, and I haven't got to that yet.
It's still funny.
I did
It's
finish up the new Walking Dead, though, the Ones Who Live,
Yeah,
and
we
it
talked
was
about it last week a little
really
bit.
good.
Is it good?
Yes,
Okay.
and there's only 6 episodes, so you won't get bored with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like 15 to 20 episodes of them fighting, 2 to 3 episodes of the same goddamn scene it was getting too drug out for me, man. I don't know. I had to stop for a little bit.
Yeah, it was too organized. Like, shit don't happen in seasons. You know,
Yeah.
like they have one bad guy for one season, and then and it felt kind
And
of.
then fight another guy that's kind of the same, but a little bit more,
Yeah. No, I got
shit
that.
talky. Yeah.
I still need to read the comics,
Yeah, they're worth.
but isn't there
they're-
like a million of them?
Yeah, but I mean, they've got big compendiums that you don't have to try to source all the single issues and shit. You can just find the books, or maybe you can go online and read the shit. I'm sure there's something online you can access
That'd be cool.
and read. I know there's Viz Comics and stuff where a lot of people read manga and stuff. That company was a bit smart and put stuff online that people can do like a
My wife uses one of
fee
those for
or some
mangas.
shit.
I don't
Yeah,
know
she probably
which one.
does. Yeah, because I
She's
think
a fucking nerd.
I did a back piece that it's not completely finished, but there was a manga that I read all the books and was telling your wife about it, and then she found it, and I think she read most of it too. So
Yeah, she's a reader.
yeah, I am too. But it's gotta grab me, just like a TV series or a movie,
I'm too
or
dumb.
I get bored.
I can listen,
Mm.
to like audiobooks, but if I have to read something, the words get all jumbly and
Well,
shit.
so I'm a little bit more of a reader and stuff when it comes to that stuff. But it's funny because I listen to, obviously we do this podcast. I listen to podcasts. I've never gotten or listened to an audiobook.
Really,
I've never done it yet.
if you download the Libby app and go get a library card, you can check out audiobooks at the library and regular books. Well, digital.
What's
I
a
do.
library?
A library.
What's a library?
The big place with all them books with them picture words. You
Yeah.
know.
The place that lets 16-year-old kids drink.
Yeah. I wonder how many pregnancies have happened at a library.
I know. I would like to check out that library that's in New York that was in the Ghostbusters. Yeah, and back to that. So we're circling back around to Ghostbusters. We did go see on Easter the new movie. We actually went to the theater and went
Frozen
and
Waste
seen
or something.
that. It feels a lot like the first movie from '85.
Oh yeah.
There's certain things about the movie. It's brilliant. My one bitch and complaint, and I'm not sure if anybody really caught on to it or anything, or really gave a shit that have seen it yet. Maybe I'm the only one, and you can write into the podcast or on if this makes to YouTube and stuff in the future, and if you guys feel the same way. But I felt that the special effects and everything with the main bad ghost and everything, the main bad guy, it was a little lackluster with the CGI.
Yeah.
I get it. He was a ghost. It's not really a thing, but they should have made him a little bit more transparent and less looking like the Mummy, like some kind of.
Oh no shit.
There are certain things with the way he looks and everything. I felt like it just wasn't the greatest job. They could have done just a little bit better. But like his powers and stuff with icicles and everything, they did a great job with all of that stuff. Everything that freezes, and
They
everything.
use Sub-Zero.
Yeah, but there were certain scenes where his face would elongate and shit, and I was just like, I get it, he's a ghost, he's a paranormal ghost and everything, but they should have made him look a little bit more transparent or something.
Yeah.
Just like the chick that was in the first one that was the librarian that did
Yep.
that freak out and start rushing him. Don't want to give anything away with the movie because there's
Still pretty new.
there's a bunch of there's ghost and characters that pop up in this that was
Okay.
just like, oh shit, this is great. There's a little bit of a disconnect with some of the kids and stuff with this one. Most of the cast, I think just about everybody returned for this one. There's still one person that didn't make it, and I think anybody can go online and find out why he's probably never going to return back to acting and stuff, but Rick Moranis. Even
Okay.
I stayed for even after the credits and shit. Maybe there was some after credits I didn't see, but just a little bit of after credits and stuff.
Why did he get out of act?
So his wife died.
Oh shit.
I can't remember exactly what time frame it was. If it was right at the end of Honey I Shrunk the Kids 4, whatever he did. I think he might have done the first two. But they had a couple kids, and then she had an illness or something. She passed away.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, and with all that, I mean, it's Rick Moranis who's been acting since the 70s, early 70s probably, from what I understand from up in Canada and stuff. But yeah, after he did all those Disney movies and everything, I think she passed away, and he wanted to basically be there for his kids and raise his kids. So that's why he never came back for any acting or anything. I had my fingers crossed that he would come back at least for a cameo or something in one of these movies. Not even have a full role, just come back, be like, hey, what's going on? I'm the gatekeeper dog thing, The chick that was the first dog in the last movie and stuff, she did return and had a little bit more to do with the story in this one. So that was awesome. I thought he would probably come back and be like, hey, we're still together. That would have been amazing to see. Yeah. Hey, Rick, if you're ever seeing this, get back into Ghostbusters, dude.
Yeah, he's probably listening.
Yeah, probably.
They could have just AI'd his shit in there.
I think he probably would have been like, man, I don't want that.
It's coming though. It is.
Unfortunately.
I think it is. It's coming to a time where they're just going to start AIing everything together.
Yep. Yeah, we'll see. Diddy diddling 50 Cent or something.
Oh no.
An AI.
Yeah. Oh man, Puff Diddle.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah. That went dark.
Yeah.
Sorry, 50.
Sorry.
Don't beat us up.
Yeah.
He's pretty swole, isn't he?
He's still swole. Yeah. I mean, the dude's been shot 8 times. I don't know if I'd mess with him as much as I know about, defending myself and everything. I took a month off from jiu-jitsu. I'm back in that. So I got that testing I was supposed to have before I hurt my back. I got that coming up on Sunday. So
are you going to be the next jiu-jitsu Kaisen?
Highly unlikely. I'm starting to realize my age and stuff and what I'm capable of doing, and going to a tournament right now is probably not one of them, man.
No.
No. It's awesome to see some older people going to tournaments and competing and stuff, but if I went to one, I would be pretty much my ass would be on the ground, not trying to throw somebody. Because I got too much to worry about. I still have to work the next day. So I don't think I would go full bore into it.
Yeah, you would be reserved, but if you could go all out, I think you'd do pretty well.
I still got a lot more to go. I'm just still getting in. I'm just getting started, and I've been
Chuck
into
Norris
it over
is
a year.
Almost 90 or some shit.
Yeah, he's had a whole lifetime of doing this shit. He never stopped. And once you stop for a period of time, like this month I had off and getting back into class, man, there was a very little gas to gas tank, let me tell you.
They said when Chuck Norris's daughter lost her virginity, he went and took it back.
Jesus.
Some of those Chuck Norris jokes are pretty funny.
There's been some pretty funny ass commercials about some Chuck Norris jokes.
I haven't seen any of them.
There was these little 2 guys that kept talking about all the shit that Chuck Norris has been through, and I think one of them tried throwing a salt shaker at him, and he kicked it back and hit the dude in the forehead, and then landed perfectly back to where it was.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But some of the stuff that they were saying were little Chuck Norris bangers that were pretty fucking funny.
But they're just, the Chuck Norris jokes were so all over the place for so long that it's just like you get tired of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chuck.
I always wondered, there's always that conversation about him and Bruce Lee, because they did that movie together and stuff, and supposedly behind closed doors they actually had a match, like a actual all-out match, and I think he's put it out there that Bruce Lee whooped his ass.
Yeah,
and
he had to. In my opinion, Bruce Lee is the toughest individual that ever walked the face of the planet, and I know that's saying a lot because it's the fucking planet. Well,
I think to standards back then, he might have been, but to today's standards with MMA, mixed martial arts, and the way that the fighting world has, even from the early 90s when UFC started to where it's at now, it's an evolved other thing. I don't.
If he was alive today, yeah, he'd probably get beat up. But if you
Yeah.
took that version of him,
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm just saying,
and
even
brought him to this
even-
time, I don't think there's
I
anybody.
don't know, man.
one-on-one
Even
could
that
beat him.
version of him to today's fighting mixed martial arts standards. I mean, yeah, if those guys could get close enough to him to like do a like takedown and stuff, I don't know. Bruce would be able to be knowledgeable to defend himself with any kind of jiu-jitsu practicing. With any of that stuff. I mean, he was a stand-up guy. I don't know if he had a ground game. You know,
He about had to, man. That dude was magical.
yeah.
And I think another guy that is one of the toughest, I mean, maybe not the most skilled technical martial artist or anything, but as far as just meanness, toughness, and you would not ever want to fight this dude, Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's another thing that's like popping up all over social media and stuff because I think,
The Jake Paul thing.
yeah, man. So that's going to be I think from what I've been hearing about, I'll have to do a deep dive on it. But I guess Netflix is streaming it.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to see what kind of numbers this is going to generate. And I'm kind of wondering, obviously they're taking this on and like probably flipping the bill for this fight and stuff to happen. And I don't know if they're throwing the purse money into it and paying these guys for this stuff, but for them to get the rights for this, I'm wondering if they're going to try testing the new pay-per-view standard with a whole bunch of shit. Boxing in general. Like this could basically to find out what kind of streaming numbers they're going to pull in with this. Like they could try to change pay-per-view anything in the future.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and those numbers or that information is probably going to come out to a plethora of like, Hulu and all these other competitors and stuff going like, well, they got this. Now we got to do this. We're going to have to start setting standards of this stuff. I mean, I wonder since Netflix is going to be doing this, if there's going to be that many viewers, if they're shit can handle it. I mean, there's going to be, I know that there's going to be a shit ton of people viewing that thing all day long, every day. But
I'll bet you just as many people watched the Super Bowl. And that was streamed on what, Paramount? I mean, it was also over regular TV.
Yeah, there was other sources of people be able to like watch it and stuff. But if this is going to be solely just a Netflix stream thing, I wonder if their servers and stuff are going to be able to handle that many people watching it.
They're going to have to call Coxon up their package.
Right. Yeah. So
yeah, I man, I never thought of that. Because
yeah, I'm thinking about that because how many people, because a lot of motherfuckers out there have Netflix accounts and shit.
Yeah.
How many people are going to sign up for the free week thing and then try watching that?
Yeah.
There's going to be so many fucking people watching that thing. I'm kind of wondering if their server's going to be able to hold it.
I look for Netflix to say, okay, we're not going to charge for this extra, but free accounts, trial accounts aren't going to be able to watch.
I'm sure they're probably going to be able to limit that.
I would.
I mean, they would have to. I mean, because just the thought of like doing, because there's a lot of free trial shit out there where anybody can sign up for a free
That's
trial.
Where they get you because you don't cancel it.
Yeah.
I never do.
Yeah, I know. I should. There's a lot of stuff I could cancel right now, but because I've got to,
There's something that I watch on every one of those stupid services. So.
I got a bunch of hack shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it. I've got hack stuff. I'm not going to say what it is, but I don't really need any of that shit, but it's just convenient to have it.
You work for the NSA?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I would not. I don't know. I wouldn't be afraid to do that either.
Yeah. Stop picking your goddamn arm, dude.
I can't help it, man. I could tell you it would save me a ton of money,
Mm-hmm.
but I spend a lot on bullshit.
Yeah. Well, a majority of that stuff for me, since I'm an independent contractor and stuff, I use that stuff at work and everything too. So for me, technically, it's a write-off. So,
Yeah.
I do need write-offs, but at the time when I'm paying for it, doesn't seem like it's worth it. And it's not 100% write-off, obviously, but
I remember my first tattoo with you. We watched Spider-Man.
yeah. Yeah, I've shown people tons of movies and stuff
Yeah.
while I'm working because, nothing like sitting there getting drilled on it, just staring at the fucking wall. That sucks.
But the movie focusing on that it takes your mind off of how bad
Yeah.
that it hurts sometimes.
Yeah. Well, anymore now, we don't ever like shut the fuck up when we're
Yeah.
like I'm working on you
Yeah, I
and
don't
stuff.
even care what we're listening to or what. I almost prefer not to listen to anything because it's, even though I fucking hate the music they play in there, some of the most fun I have is when me and you are ripping on it.
Oh yeah, no,
Like it's
yeah.
it's
And
great.
my biggest pastime, and if nobody doesn't know me, and they're just like chiming in, and most everybody that's listening is usually knows who we are, or at least me, that I make fun of all the music. I don't
Oh,
care.
yeah.
I make fun of everything.
Yeah,
I
we
just,
make some real crazy lyrics.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we can play something right now to have lyrics for it
Oh,
about sniffing glue or pooping on myself or tripping on my dick or
yeah.
yeah.
Slamming your balls in the toilet seat.
Yeah.
Something. We'd come up with something. It's our minds never really rest.
Yeah.
That's which is why we're all over the place. And I'm probably worse at it. Like we'll be talking about one thing and then I'm like, oh, blah 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 blah, something totally fucking different. But
Ooh, look, a squirrel.
yeah. I don't mean to be like that, so I'm sorry if that annoys anybody. But
Our conversations is peaks and valleys of just one way, and then I try to remember to circle back to what we were talking about when it started.
yeah, so do I. But I never do.
I know I've brought it up in the last couple podcasts that we'll post soon.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Crow
The new
trailer? Yes.
The trailer.
Yeah.
No, I have not. I've seen
Okay.
like a teaser for it. I'm afraid of it. So that is my all-time favorite movie is The Crow.
Yep.
And I'm afraid that like I don't want it ruined, man. And even though I know that movie can't make the original bad or whatever, I don't know. I
think if you watch the trailer, it's not going to be as I don't think this might be as disappointing as we're thinking it's going to be. It looks so different.
I think it could be awesome.
Yeah.
I think the movie really could be awesome.
Yeah. Trying to find out what the other Sasgard, like the dude that is the new Crow. He was also Pennywise and stuff. He is Bill Skarsgård. Sorry, whatever. Skarsgård.
His brother Alex was in True Blood.
Mm-hmm.
His other brother is Floki in Vikings.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hate that character.
Man, Angel David, the dude that played Skank in that first
Yeah.
Crow movie, he looks like way different than what he did in that movie. How he's all cleaned up and everything.
Yeah, you could kind of see it in his face that it's him, but
yeah, it don't look like the way he used to. I mean, that was what he looked like then.
yeah, you gonna kill my ass next.
Yeah,
That's
don't kill
what
my
he
ass dead next.
How do you feel? Like a little worm on a big fucking hook.
Yeah, man, the dude that played the bad guy and stuff. You can, that dude. It was weird to see.
I think he's a great actor.
Yeah, it just that role just kind of I don't know, man.
I loved him in it. He was in this movie with Diane Lane. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a mobster kind of movie. It was pretty good.
Was it good? So, Boy Kills World. Have you seen the trailer for that yet? It looks pretty fucking sweet.
Oh.
And he's pretty cut up and everything, but he is it seems like a super like violent movie, and I think the reason why he probably got so ripped and everything is to do the Crow movie.
Is he going back to do the Crow? Or you talk about Skarsgård?
Skarsgård.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't know, man. I want to not like it because I love that first movie too. And a lot of people feel that way, and I think
they smoked an eyeball, bro.
Right.
Like there was an eyeball on a pile of fucking cocaine that they were smoking, and they lit the eyeball and smoked the smoke from it, man. Like that was crazy.
It was a real thing. But dude, imagine if there's been a few people that were supposed to basically be the Crow that passed it up. The first runner up for that was supposed to do it was what is his name? This dude.
Was it Jason Momoa?
Yeah, Momoa. I couldn't think of his fucking name. Momoa was supposed to do it. He passed up on it, and honestly, that wouldn't have been a bad thing, like move for him. He relatively kind of has the look for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have worked, man. I just think that he was just too afraid that it was just not gonna work. I think. I don't know why he walked away from it, but
I don't see though some of my, like I don't see Tintin. I don't see a new. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
did they start filming some of that?
There's no Sarah, right?
So do you remember? Did Sarah come back for the second one? Was she in the second one?
Second or third? I know she was like she had like angel wings tattooed on her back or something, or crow wings maybe. I don't know.
Fuck, I can't
She
think
said
of,
onions make you fart big time.
yeah. Fuck, I'm trying to remember the person that
Oh, guess what we watched last weekend, man? We had an 80s movie night in the garage.
What'd you watch?
Over the Top.
Oh,
When
nice.
I turn my head around, it's like a switch.
My God, that movie was so bad.
Meet me halfway. I don't know. I love it, man. I love that cheesy shit. I don't know why. I love 80s.
Oh man. What was the main guy that was in The Hangover?
The main guy, Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper. So Bradley Cooper was supposed to be the first guy that was going to take on Eric Draven.
I don't think I'd like that.
He like after he said yes, I think he was just like, you know what, never mind. It was probably for him probably a good call. And then I found out that Momoa was taking on that role, and I was just like, I could see it could turn out he could do it. That would be really passable with him. But yeah, for some reason he passed on it too. I have to like do a deep dive and find out why. But
yeah.
He passed on it, and then that's when Bill kind of took on. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm already in shape for the role. Fuck it." But
I can't think of too many people that will embody the body language and attitude and
they would
better than Bill Skarsgård's going to. I think they made a good choice.
Yeah, and they, from the looks on the trailer and stuff, it doesn't really look like much like the original. They've taken on some, the names and probably the likenesses of some of the stuff, but they changed a lot. It changed a lot. If you watch the actual trailer, you'll see that check that out. It looks so different from the original one. And the original one, in my eyes, was almost perfect to the comic book. Because I had the comic books and shit. So, like
Josh, I'm pretty excited for the new Beetlejuice too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, super excited for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing more and more of that kind of stuff though, and I think they are getting better at it.
Yeah, and I think they, especially that instance with Tim getting back into that old movie of his and stuff, they had to do it or it was going to be too late. I mean, Keaton was going to get a little too old, and I'm sure Tim's going to be getting up there too, man. Burton's got to be getting up there in age where I think he's just kind of like going to be the old guy that just doesn't want to direct and put that much energy into the look and feel, because that dude still uses sets for everything.
Yeah.
I think they redid everything the way they did back in the 80s, late 80s when they did Beetlejuice. They redid that whole set for the movie, or for the house and everything. They built all that shit.
There's such a movement though, like for 80s stuff, people are wanting like Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're even doing it to stuff that they shouldn't, like the Full House series and Roseanne and I watched most of that Connors show just because I want to see where it goes for some reason.
Yeah.
I like John Goodman, but I don't know. I think The Crow's probably going to be okay, but I am still scared of it, and I will be scared of it until the closing credits roll.
And there's been some, I don't know if this is like a really happening or if there's somebody put out a debunk thing. Okay, so Goonies 2 debunked the Curse of One-Eyed Willie explained.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
it's fake news. I guess it's not happening. For a second there, I got real excited and also like, oh fuck.
Most of them are still alive, right? Sean Astin.
They're all still alive. The grandmother or the mother from the bad guys isn't,
The
but
Vitelli and Sloth is gone.
yeah, Sloth and
Miss Vitelli.
yeah, but everybody else I think from the movie is still alive.
She said, "After those boys."
Yeah, she died right after she did Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah. Owen.
Yeah.
Goonies is another one of my favorite movies, though.
Yeah.
I have a lot.
Yeah, literally everybody is still alive. I
Patrick,
think,
what's his name? There's a new Lost Boys coming too, isn't there?
I'm not sure. I think obviously some of the parents aren't around anymore. Rosalita isn't around. She passed away in 2012.
No, Benjamin.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like Data's father. No, he's still alive. Yeah, I mean like everybody. Data. Yeah, Sloth passed away.
But here's the thing: how do they do it? Like, do they go up and say, "Okay, Corey Feldman, we need you to stop being fucking weird long enough to do this movie"?
Yeah, stop trying to act like Michael Jackson for
My
5
God.
minutes. Yeah, you guys weren't friends after the 9/11 happened, so just stop trying to act like him.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Keith Walker's dad, the father basically of the two guys, the main guys.
Brandon and Mike.
Yeah, he passed away in 96, so he's not around. So I think some of the parents and stuff that were in the movie obviously aren't around anymore, but all the kids are still around.
Is the mom? She was really funny.
I
I liked her in that. That is a mess, boys. You get it cleaned up right now.
It'll be Harry Krishna on you.
It's a Harry Carey, Mom.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. I'm trying to find her on this. It's not showing her in this in the cast of this. Wait, no, Mrs. Walsh. Nope, she passed away in 15.
Oh, shitty.
Yep.
But that's going to be understandable. Like, they're not going to be the same kids going down in under the city, right, or the town or whatever, and it's probably going to be like their kids or something.
Yeah, she died in 15 of pancreatic cancer.
Goddamn cancer. Fuck
yeah,
you.
Yeah. Now she was in Lethal Weapon. She was in Romancing the Stone. Death Becomes Her. She was in some banger movies, man. Lethal Weapon 2 and 3.
Hey, who played Gina Davis's husband in Beetlejuice?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in some shit.
I don't think he made a return to this movie either.
No.
I wish he would have, though. I mean, like,
He's in trouble.
I understand that but man, it's kind of fucked up that they're going after his ass when it was clearly an accident. It wasn't his fucking fault.
They're saying it wasn't maybe his fault, but it was his responsibility to check the weapon.
But somebody gave him the prop gun and stuff. How would he know how to check? He's an actor. He doesn't know. He's probably not a gun guy.
Yeah. Are they going to go back and arrest who accidentally shot
They should.
Brandon Lee?
Well, now that actor, obviously was devastated with that. And actually, from what I read, he didn't actually see the film in its entirety done. He couldn't do it. He was so fucked up over that.
You know what? Is it? It wasn't the pawn shop scene, was it?
No, it was Fun Boy.
When
the scene.
He's like, stop me if you heard this one. Jesus Christ walks into a bar. And
Yeah, I think
for
it was
3 nails.
that spot. But then there was also the spot where he was standing on top of the at the shootout at the end and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what point, but I thought it was when basically he shot and he was just kind of like he doubled over like he got shot in the stomach. I think that's actually where he got shot. That's when he got shot.
I thought it was Fun Boy too. Like
I'm pretty sure
you can almost see it on his face in those shots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's when it was, but I don't remember.
We'll have to research that.
Yeah, I think it was the Fun Boy scene though, where
Yeah.
he was like trying to like come after him and
All those bad guys were good. Fun Boy, Tintin.
Yep.
What was it? Was it No. Skank.
Yeah, Skank, Tintin, Fun Boy. Yeah.
I like the cop too.
Yeah, he was just in the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
He's still acting to this day. He actually did a really good job. And the fucked up thing is like he looks the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Like Dan Aykroyd still looks like Dan Aykroyd. He still looks good.
Mm-hmm.
But Bill Murray, man, he looks gray as shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean-
Bill Murray was looking old back when he did Zombieland.
yeah.
And that's been some time ago.
Yep, that was some time ago. I didn't realize how old Bill Murray was until some of those movies were coming out.
Yeah. It
I
makes
mean-
you kind of sad.
Yeah, I know.
What makes me sad is Bruce Willis, man.
Arnie's a real dickhead though.
He can't even communicate now.
I'm sure he's not a dickhead now. He probably doesn't know what the fuck's going on. But I felt bad for Kevin Smith when he was talking about doing that movie with him and what the fuck is that? Kevin something. That the cop movie that Kevin Smith did with him. I know we talked about it on the podcast a while, like one of the early episodes.
Oh, you still got to see Red State, don't you?
I've seen those.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I've seen Red State 1.
that
and
was
2.
awesome.
1 and 2. Those were great movies.
I didn't know they made a Red State too.
I think they did. What is? I'm looking up the movie right now. Sorry for the silence, but
Oh, that's all right. While he's looking that up, I will go ahead and tell you people. We've got some exciting stuff coming up. I hope some guests and I think we're thinking about maybe doing some stuff off location too. So, kind of stay tuned, see what's coming down the pipe. Should be fun. And the only thing better than the dumb shit we say is when we say it in public. So,
Right. Was Cop Out.
never saw it.
Yeah, Cop Out. It had was done by Kevin Smith, and it was Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis. That's Sean William Scott in it. Adam Brody. Jason Lee, obviously, he's in everything that Kevin Smith's done.
I love My Name Is Earl. I thought that show was
the show was
great.
great. But I guess Tracy Morgan was just like whining most of the time and stuff. But I guess Bruce Willis just refused to act any
Really?
kind of way in this movie. I think it was one of those things where he agreed to do it, and then I think he just, when it was like happening and shit, I think Bruce just didn't give a fuck.
What year did it come out?
This came out in 2010.
I wonder if he was already starting to get bad or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it was starting to become an undiagnosed thing, but Kevin Smith said it was like heartbreaking. He always wanted to work with Bruce. Then when he finally got the opportunity, and Bruce basically just didn't show up and just didn't give a flying fuck about the movie, I guess.
That
Is what
sucks.
Kevin said. Said it was like such a letdown moment in his career of film directing and stuff that it was just, he wanted to do it so bad to work with him. And then it
Kevin
was
Smith
just,
is somebody like I would hang out with.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's awesome.
I listened to the podcast and stuff right when he was starting his journey from after the heart attack and becoming vegan just to like lose weight and everything. But there was some of the podcasts that he did where he was so fucking stoned and laughing about childhood candy and laughing hysterically for like, it seemed like it was like 10 minutes. I was just like, dude, I can't listen to this shit. I'm like, as funny as it was and everything, I was just like, I think I might be done listening to Kevin Smith's podcast.
Yeah. I just really think the dude is talented though, as far as the movies that he made
Yeah.
and stuff, because he started with nothing.
Yeah, and like to talk to him and like pick his brain, just hang out with that dude, and then also, what was it Jay?
Jason Mewes.
Yeah, Jason Mewes. It'd be fun to hang out with that dude too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what though? It was weird. They should have let that guy act more, because when I watched the Jay and Silent Bob reboot,
Mm-hmm.
and there was actually that scene where like he was sad. He's a good actor in it.
Yeah.
Like he showed a lot of range.
I still think one of his best roles, besides obviously being the character of Jay in any of the movies that him and Kevin Smith have done, when he did Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Oh my god.
That
dude.
whole movie's gold.
Yeah.
to me.
That's a great movie.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And that he did that movie too, didn't he?
Yeah.
I honestly think as I loved a lot of his movies that he's done and everything. I still haven't watched Tusk. I've heard
I
that
haven't
was
either.
really good. But
And what about Yoga something?
I'm looking at the list of stuff that he's done, and it says something here that he had something to do with, or maybe it was just him in it, but Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker in 2019.
I could see that. He also had something to do with the Masters of the Universe cartoon on Netflix now.
He looks like he might have done. No, he was in a horror movie called Holidays in 2016. I didn't know he was in that. Southland Tales. Chasing Amy. I didn't know anything about that.
I didn't either.
Let's
Mallrats
see.
was so good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites of his. Wow, what was the movie that I was looking up?
I already forgot.
Me too. Squirrel.
God damn it.
Let's see here. Yeah, Red State. He was a producer of Red State. I still haven't seen that.
Terrific movie, man. Terrific movie. Powerful.
There's a ton of stuff that he did for some of his spoken word and like stuff where he's produced. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff with Jay and Silent Bob. He produced something called Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, Teabaggin'. Let's see. He was an executive producer, and I've actually watched this documentary from 2006 called Small Town Gay Bar. It was
I remember that.
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you ever see Vulgar?
No.
The guy that was the clerk in Clerks was
Dante?
Yeah, I think
or Randall.
I think it was Dante, but he was a clown. It's not really like a kind of a horror movie. I don't know. It was like kind of like a vigilante. Like he just had enough of. I don't know. It was interesting to say the least.
Huh.
Co-executive producer in Goodwill Hunting. I didn't know that.
Well, it makes sense. Him and Matt Damon are buddies, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think so.
I watched The Accountant finally with Ben Affleck.
That's a great movie.
I thought it was good.
That's a great movie.
He's a badass in it.
Mm-hmm. So he helped produce, I guess. There was so it's a documentary, but maybe I'll have to just look it up, the movie up. So Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Yeah, that movie was awesome. That was one of the funnier ones that I saw him do.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorites. Like Kevin Smith movies, it's probably up there. I know we just mentioned Dogma. I wasn't really a huge fan of Dogma.
No, it was. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not really that religious savvy. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of like stories and stuff, and that's just to me. I always felt that way at a young age and stuff. I won't go into like logistics and like my thoughts on like religion because I don't really want to bring that into the podcast. But
for my money, it doesn't get better than Clerks 2.
Yeah,
for Kevin Smith stuff.
Yeah, three was great. Three was a great ending to that whole story. It was a bit sad. So
it was really sad, but Elias was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It was a really, really good stuff. So. But yeah, man, I think that's it for today. We can wrap this up on this one. This is what, episode 18?
Yeah.
Or 17.
17 or 18. Why don't you guys go ahead, email us, powerdogpodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what your favorite Kevin Smith movie is, or if you don't like any of them, tell us why you suck.
Yeah.
Tell us why you think he sucks.
Maybe tell us we should go flout and beat up Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Just like in Jay and Silent Bob, just knock on his door.
You are the ones that are the ball lickers. Anyways.
Hey, again, episode 17. And,
I believe so. If it's not 17, it's 18.
It's one of those. And we're still having fun. And so we're going to keep doing it.
Yep. We'll still get those other podcasts up. Swear to God. Swear to God, man. We're going to get them up.
We're working through the technical issues, and then we're going on vacation next week. So when we get back, we're going to have some shit for your ear holes.
Yeah, hopefully that's I get a hold of the people that we're supposed to get a hold of and make things happen. But we're going out there in the world with the podcast and stuff, and we're going to have we're probably going to have a lot more guests that are going to be zooming in with us in the future. I think it's going to be a thing, which isn't a bad thing. So
pretty good surprise one coming up.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, and toes.
Yeah,
not dicks.
Well, I was going to take it there, man. You just. All right, so
thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. This is Vinny
and Nick,
and you just listened to Power Dump Podcast.
Take shots of Lysol and touch yourself.